I want to make this video for you, my bros, especially my younger bro. And let me tell you why. I look back at my life and I said, I wish the older me could have gone back and warned the younger me and teach the younger me of the things that I knew now. And I want to say something to you. There's some of you right now who are feeling a certain things. You're going through a certain thing and you believing that you're wrong to feel this way because that wasn't what you were taught. That wasn't what you learned. And who's teaching you these things? Who are your nurturer? Who are your teacher? For the most part, there's no man in the home to educate you. So you're relying on your mom to teach you how to be a man, teach you how to handle your emotion, relationship, money, all these things. They're teaching you to be safe. But you now have me, a real bro, a real person, a person who represent the basic man. And when I use the term basic man, I don't use it as a demeaning, degrading way. I use it in terms of the typical standard. Now you may not be typical standard. I may be typical standard. But when it comes to my understanding and my positioning, it is not typical, but I represent those. So when I speak to you this way, is a method or a form of being humbled. But let me go on. So there are many of you, my young bro, strong bro, intelligent man, super smart, good-looking dudes, ambitious dudes, smooth. You know what I'm saying? And but with all of this, you're failing. While men go basic, like myself, we are succeeding. Why? Why is it? I'll tell you the difference. The difference between you and men like me, and we're few, is that we see the truth. And even though the truth contradict everything that we were taught, we are willing to accept and find freedom in it. For example, there are many of you men out there, men like you, my bros, who you're lacking drive. You're lacking that masculine energy. Why? Because you were taught to despise reward. You were taught that your purpose is to be nothing more than a mere servant, a tool to be walked over, something to be used and disregarded. You were taught that you are undeserving, and if you have standard, then you're a male chauvinist, you're wicked, you're selfish. Now, I want to ask you, my bro, look around you. Look at the planes, the cars, the high buildings. Look at the fact that you have this technology in your hand right now that you could communicate in instant. How you think all these things came to be is because of us men. We build it. We make life easy and we give it to the world, and the world turn around and despise us for it. What am I saying to you, my bro? It is time for you to reclaim who you are. Many of you may not even know what that's like because you're like a caged bird. You were born in captivity. You never knew what it's like to be free. And there's no evidence of freedom. But I will say to you, step out of the matrix. Step out of you wanting to be a good dude. Good dude do not win the war. Good dude get killed. As a matter of fact, I wanna share something with you. Look around here on Facebook. Look at all the females that have something negative to say about man. Look at all the fatherless homes. Do you know what percentage of men are responsible for that? So let me tell you, over 55% of black men are childless and unmarried. So 54%, 55% of black men are not responsible for these fatherless homes. The other 45 to 50%, 35% of these men are married. So that leave about 17%, 15%, maybe less. If you go with the fact that 55% of men are without children and they're not married, and that 35% of men are married, then you're talking about maybe 12% of men. So let's be conservative and says 17%. The females here on Facebook were complaining 80% of the women here are going for the 15% of the men. You understand? It doesn't work. I want to say this to you. There's this guy past Kevin Samuel. Um, Kevin Samuel revealed something about our woman. Woman after woman after woman after woman call into his shows. And they do not want, listen to me, they do not want hard-working man. They do not want honest regular man. These women want the top 0.001% of men, or any man that resemble or bear the characteristic of these men. So my bro, what are you going to do? I'll tell you what to do. I will echo the message of Kevin Samuel. And the message I will echo about Kevin Samuel is the same message that God, the creator, have echoed in his message for thousands of years. And that message is this: know your value. Set, set your standards and hold true to it. And be the leader of your home. That's the message. Now the truth is that in our community, your mother, your sister, your aunt, and all the other aunts and mothers and sisters and the daughters of them do not want you to have that standard. Because for you to have that standard will mean that they will need to change the way they conduct themselves and the way they perform. And they want to continuously give you mediocre. But how can you, my brothers, demand above mediocre when you yourself are being mediocre? Bros, it's time for you to do the work. Do the work. All right? And that's the message. Stop being lazy. It is not your responsibility to carry the burden of your mother. It is not your responsibility to carry the trauma or worry about the trauma. It is your responsibility to create a future for your children, for your son and your daughter. It is your job to leave a legacy for your children. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna stop it here. This is your boy Naf. Shalom.